Okay, I know what you're thinking. That is a pretty bold promise, right? But stick with me, because that's exactly what we're going to do. We have boiled down all the essential need-to-know AI information for 2025 into one quick high-value guide. So buckle up, because we're about to dive in. Today, we are climbing the AI skill ladder. We're going from the absolute basics all the way up to the most advanced techniques that are literally shaping our future. And our goal here is super simple, to give you the Cliff Notes version of the AI skills that actually matter right now. All right, first things first. Before we can run, we gotta walk. We're starting on the ground floor, getting a handle on the basic language of modern AI. So, the big buzzword you hear absolutely everywhere is generative AI. This isn't the kind of AI that just sorts through data. This is AI that creates new stuff, text, images, you name it, even code. And the engine driving all this? It's usually what we call a large language model, or LLM for short. Just think of it as an AI that's been trained on a massive chunk of the internet to understand and talk just like a human. That's the big shift. So what's the real difference here? Well, you've actually been using what we'd call traditional AI for years, probably without even thinking about it. Every time you use a Google search or see a recommendation on YouTube, that's traditional AI at work. It's really good at organizing information that already exists. Generative AI, though, that's a whole different ballgame. It makes entirely new things. It's kind of like the difference between finding a recipe online and having a chef invent a brand new one just for you. Okay, let's climb to level 1. And this is maybe the most crucial skill you can possibly learn in AI today. We're talking about prompting. This is how we actually talk to these powerful new AI models. Look, I really can't overstate this. Getting good at prompting is the single highest return on investment skill you can pick up. It is the foundation for everything else we're going to talk about. I mean, what's the point of having this super powerful AI if you can't actually tell it what you need, right? So, how do you write a killer prompt? Well, there's a pretty powerful 5-step framework you can use. First, you've got the task. You have to be crystal clear about what you want the AI to do. Second, you got to give it some context. Who's this for? What's the backstory? Third, give it references. Show it examples of what good looks like. And finally, you have to evaluate the result and then iterate. Tweak your prompt and try again until it's perfect. But what happens when your prompt just isn't working? When the AI isn't getting it? Well, here's a 4-step playbook for when that happens. First, revisit your original prompt. Can you add more detail? Or maybe remove something that's confusing it? Next, try to separate your instructions. If you have a long, complex command, break it into shorter, clearer sentences. Then, try different phrasing. Instead of asking for a report, maybe ask for a memo or a summary. And finally, introduce constraints. Tell it what not to do, or give it a word count. It really helps focus the output. All right, so you've mastered talking to the AI. What's next? Automation. Now we're moving beyond just telling an AI what to do to giving it a goal and letting it figure out the steps all by itself. So welcome to the fascinating world of AI agents. So what exactly is an AI agent? The easiest way to think about it is like an AI that can do a specific job. For example, a customer service agent could handle all your basic support emails without you ever touching them. Or a coding agent could take an idea you have and build the first version of a website. The key difference is they don't just respond to you, they go out and do things. And if you want a sense of just how big this is going to be, just look at this quote from Y Combinator, which is one of the biggest, most successful startup accelerators on the planet. They're predicting that for every software company that exists today, there's going to be an AI agent version of it tomorrow. That's a huge signal about where the money and the big ideas are heading. So what's under the hood of one of these agents? Well, according to OpenAI, it really comes down to 6 key parts. Think of it like a person. You've got the model, that's the brain, the part that does all the thinking. Then you give it tools, which are like its hands. They let it check your email or browse the web. Crucially, it needs knowledge and memory so it can remember your past conversations and learn over time. The other pieces are just as important. They handle things like safety, voice interaction, and just making sure the whole system works together smoothly. And here we are, level 3, the top of the ladder. This is the creator skill. This is where AI stops being just a tool you command and starts becoming a partner you actually build with. This is vibe coding. This term, vibe coding, it comes from Andrej Karpathy, one of the co-founders of OpenAI. And the idea is actually pretty wild, but also simple. The AI models are getting so incredibly good, you can basically just describe the vibe of the app you want to build in plain English, and the AI will handle writing the actual code for you. It's a totally new way of thinking about creating things. Now, it's not pure magic. There is a method to the madness. First, you got to start with the thinking phase. You need a clear vision. Then, you guide the AI by telling it which coding frameworks to use. And this next one is absolutely crucial. Use checkpoints. Things like Git, a version control system to save your progress as you go. This is non-negotiable. From there, it's really a back and forth process of debugging with the AI and feeding it more and more context, like screenshots or design mockups.
And the best part about all this, it's not just for pro coders. There is a whole range of tools out there for everyone. If you're a total beginner, you've got no-code platforms like V0. If you've got some experience, there's Replit. And for the advanced folks, you've got AI-powered code editors like Cursor. You can jump in wherever you're comfortable.
Okay, we've made it. We've climbed the skill ladder, we've learned how to prompt, how to automate, and how to create with AI. Now let's take a second, enjoy the view from the top, and see where this is all going. There's this quote from Dario Amodei, the CEO of Anthropic, that just perfectly nails what it feels like to be an AI right now. Things are moving so unbelievably fast, it's impossible to keep up with every little piece of news. And that's why it's so important to focus on the big underlying trends, not the daily headlines. So if you're looking ahead to 2025, here are the 3 massive trends you absolutely need to watch. First, AI is going to be integrated into all the products you already know and love, just making them way smarter. Second, we're going to see these massive productivity boosts across the board because skills like vibe coding make it easier for anyone to build things. And third, the rise of those specialized AI agents is only going to speed up, automating more and more of our complex work.
And really, that's where we land. We've gone through the language, the skills, and the tools you need to get started. The path, from prompting all the way to vibe coding, is clearer than it's ever been. The skills are out there, the tools are ready to go, so the only real question left is, what are you gonna build?